welcome back, namaskar. So nice to have you all with us again. And we are all familiar with Dr. Saurabh Sharma. He is the superintendent of Maharshi Ayurveda Hospital, India. And it has been a pleasure to be here with you, Dr. Saurabh.
Thank you, Dr.
The treatments are fantastic and I have enjoyed every moment that I have done my Ayurvedic massages or the Panchkarma treatments. It is a wonderful experience. And we hope that someday, when all the travel restrictions are gone, all our friends can also come and enjoy their Panchkarma treatments. So friends, we hope that you have been liking and subscribing our channel. And today we will discuss an interesting topic about brain health. Brain health is how to keep the brain healthy and youthful. How not to lose the memory retention power of the brain. Because as we age, it happens that we sometimes start forgetting names or sometimes some places, words. So how to have this youthful mind and brain? So today we will hear from Dr. Saurabh about some tips on brain health.
Thank you, Dr. Richa, and thank you everyone for liking us, for subscribing us, and for being with us. It has been a long journey when we started. We discussed about the basics of Ayurveda. We discussed about what are the doshas. We discussed about how to live in synchrony with the nature. And in continuation to that, today's topic about brain health, I think this is one of the most important, not topic, I believe it's a discussion.
Yeah. Because
normally we speak about good health, we speak about good physique, food, daily routine, but often this happens that the brain health is sometimes neglected or maybe not commonly spoken about. So as we all know from our previous webinars, the three basic pillars of good health in Ayurveda are food, that means good food, good sleep, and proper celibacy or abstinence. So sleep has been the second very important factor of maintaining a good health.
Mm-hmm.
And when we speak about the brain health, I believe that not only proper daily routine, but timely sleeping, which is, although to say it is very simple but very important, timely sleeping, proper sleeping, regular sleeping patterns, and waking up on time, this is very important.
Mm-hmm.
And in general, when we speak about the brain health, as Dr. Richa clearly said, very nicely said, about the aging process, that this has to come sooner or later. But if we follow a good daily routine, good food, nutritious food, then definitely we can, give, let's say, more nutrition to the brain, we can give more toning to the brain cells, and the longevity of the brain cells can also be increased somehow, that is very, very important.
Yeah, like with proper diet and daily routine, we have already discussed with Dr. Saurabh, and sleep being a very important factor here. And then there are other aspects of giving rest to the brain. I think Dr. Saurabh can elaborate on that.
Yes, that's very important because, our brain is working all the time, right? All the time. So in Ayurveda, there are certain Sanskrit quotations which says, Anutvam chekatvam manaso gunam. It means the brain is very, very hyperactive. It's always thinking something. We never give rest to it. Here, Dr. Richa, I would like to also mention that, the way, like for example, to maintain a good physique, what we usually do? We do yoga asanas, we do gyms, exercises, dancing. The same way as we were discussing before, that it is very important to keep your brain active. So as you said about doing some puzzles, some cognitive activities with the brain are very important, and equally it is also very important that you give rest to your brain.
Yeah.
And this rest will increase. We always speak about a word which is called as restful alertness.
Yes.
So if you give proper rest to your brain, the alertness, the sharpness, the cognitive power, the retention power, the memory, everything will increase as well. So use it in moderation, and I believe in general what we doctors and everyone speak is the way we have nutrition for our body. So food is a nutrition for the body. The same way we say pranayama, breathing exercises, doing meditation. This is basically nutrition to your brain cells.
Yeah.
So you give nutrition to your brain with proper rest, with proper breathing exercises like pranayama, and I think regular meditation also helps. What do you think, Dr. Richa?
Yes, of course. And like you rightly said, doctor, that brain is active all the time. Even when we are in this conscious state, when we are thinking, when we are lying down, or when we are sleeping, then also we are dreaming. So brain is always active. Only time that it gets some rest is in the state of very deep sleep or when we are meditating. So sleep also becomes a problem these days. One doesn't get very good quality sleep because of different factors like stress and all. So the best thing, if we don't get that, then at least we should meditate.
Very true, very true. That's very true, because what happens, I'm sorry to be very, very practical, but what happens usually is this: when you are on the bed about to sleep, some people are using smartphones, somebody is watching television. So, we have to understand this. What happens is that kind of whatever things are going in the television or the smartphone, that goes to our subconscious mind. And we sleep with those thoughts.
Yes.
So what happens is this: the rest is not there.
Yeah.
Dr. Richa, 100 out of 100 patients, or my friends and patients, everybody would say, Dr. Saurabh, what happens? I sleep, but when I wake up in the morning, I am tired.
Yeah.
This is a very common, and I'm sorry, think about yourself also. But the reason is this: we are not giving rest to the brain. As Dr. Richa said, the brain is continuously working. But I believe there is one time when you have to turn it off and ask it to sleep and relax without the thoughts. So that's very important, I think so.
That's right. So I think we have already discussed sleep in our last few webinars a lot, and also a lot of times, that proper sleep is very important. The other aspect to this is also sometimes the orientation in the way that we sleep. There is a science of Sthapatya Veda or Vastu Shastra in India that is also one of the ancient sciences. But that tells us about the orientation of houses and everything in the house.
Yeah.
But we can't discuss that right now. But at least that while sleeping, the orientation of the body should be correct so that it matches with the magnetic and electromagnetic fields of the earth.
Very true, very true.
So it is good to sleep with the head towards the south and legs towards north for the magnetic field. Otherwise, legs towards west and head towards the east side. And that also helps a lot with the sleep quality.
That's very true, very true, very practical, because these all are coming from the Vedas, which are basically the ancient texts in India. And they're very practical also, Dr. Richa, I believe, because this is the same pattern I believe everyone follows in India. And that definitely helps in good sleep. And coming back to the topic, as we are speaking about brain health, if you give rest, then the brain strength or the brain retention power or cognitive power, everything increases, and it gives a good health and nutrition to your brain as well.
That's right, doctor. Doctor, can you tell us about some foods which help with the brain power?
Well, I believe all the superfoods are very good, especially if you are having alkaline foods, they are very good for the brain.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe because Dr. Richa, this is something which we have been practicing since we were children. So this is a very common practice in India, especially for the students. When you are in the student life, to have almonds and walnuts.
Yes.
Soaked is a better option. So you can soak 2 to 4 almonds or maybe 1 walnut overnight in just water, and in the morning you peel off the skin and then you chew it very, very nicely. It's very good. I mean, this is a very common practice in India, I believe.
Yeah.
Almonds and walnuts are used in India only for the brain health actually.
That's
And every student, believe me, every child would grow with almonds and walnut. And it is a very, very good help to the brain cells and for the good memory as well.
That is right, Doctor. Almonds are a very important part of the student diet in India, and I think it works pretty well. Our students are very bright.
Very true, very true. And
yeah.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to give a tip here. But along with this, there's a very special small tip which I usually use, Dr. Richa, with my patients and friends for mental health and good sleep, which is with the nutmeg powder.
Mm-hmm.
So if you add, let's say, 2 to 3 pinches of nutmeg powder with almond milk and you drink it at bedtime, this is what I have been using it. So it's very good. So you have a good sleep also, and because it is almond milk, so it helps in the brain health also. So 2 ways you get it. So you get the benefit of nutmeg, which is also very good at medha for the intellect and memory. And also if you use almond milk together, not the regular but the almond milk, it helps in good brain health and good sleep.
That's right, Doctor. And I would also like to ask you about the Nasya treatment, which is a part of Panchkarma.
Mm-hmm.
That has also many scientific researches saying that Nasya helps with the brain health.
Mm-hmm.
So there are these sinuses in the brain,
Yeah.
and with Nasya, this medicated oil goes and it clears the toxins of those sinuses.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, that's very nice. As we specialize in Panchkarma, so Nasya is one of the Panchkarma, like out of the 5 basic cleansing procedures, Nasya is the 5th one, or maybe one of the very important one. So Nasya we use, what happens in Nasya basically? So there's a special herbal oil, a mixture of herbs, oil process. It is poured in the nose, and in Ayurveda, it is said Nasa hi Shishudvaram. It means, and it is scientific also, there's a foramen between nose and the brain. So whatever oil or herbs which we put in the nose during the process of Nasya, but this is very clear that Nasya has to be done under a supervision, which is very important as well.
Yes, of course.
Because application is different and putting an oil in the nose is different. It goes to the brain cells, it cleans the toxins. Let's say the ama. So the ama which is there with the frontal or maxillary or the sinuses, it drains it out. And that's how it takes out the toxins. So Nasya is working in 2 ways. One is its detoxification. Second is nutrition to the brain cells. But as I said, it has to be done in a supervision of a proper Vaidya.
Yeah, and I think the best Vaidya is Dr. Saurabh to supervise.
So this way it is very, very helpful for sure. And believe me, Dr. Richa, I have seen my patient, because we do Nasyas every day, many Nasyas every day. And I have seen patients in couple of days or 3 days, they feel much better in terms of if they have any kind of brain related issues like heaviness or something like that, and the headaches. And even for the students, I always suggest, if not a lot, then at least put some oil in the nostril. That's very good.
Yeah, just to lubricate the mucosa, the nasal mucosa a little bit. It is very helpful.
Yeah, that's good.
So that was again very interesting. And lastly, I would like to add that Maharshi Ayurveda assortment has a lot of supplements that help support the brain health, like the senior Rasayana, the student Rasayana, and also Maharshi Amrit Kalash. There has been research on that and the brain health. So that is a proven research that Maharshi Amrit Kalash is helpful for brain health also, along with all other benefits that it gives. So anything you would like to add, Doctor?
That's it. I will not add anything. I will just push you all again, because now we are very good friends. I will push you all to take care of your brain, proper exercising of the brain, proper pranayama, regular meditation, and the most important, proper rest to your brain is very, very important. Eat good food, eat on time, and again my simple line, as I always say, please follow the laws of nature. Believe me, nature is the best healer for everything. If you are in synchrony with the nature, there's nothing else which is needed. So I think just stay healthy and take care of yourself.
That is great, Doctor. And I would here like to add some of your words, which was being in nature. being surrounded by nature, being in nature, taking a break from the cities and being there in the greenery, that really helps also. So friends, we hope that you will subscribe our channel and like our videos. Keep encouraging us, and we hope to see you all again soon. Namaskar.
Namaste.